Awesome. I'm live. Well, let's hope that the service is going to be a bit better right now. I checked some of the last videos that I posted, and those were really good. But the messages keep going in and out. So, as a love letter to you guys, I want to, I'm going to make sure that this broadcast is not going to go in and out, but it's still Friday, so why not have something to do? I'm actually in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff, and got to keep myself wrapped up in this blanket. um, but I want to talk to you guys about what's happening right now with the prophetic. Okay, so as we know, a lot of churches are straight going down. A lot of people are going down, and I have to say I honestly admire a lot of the people uh, within this realm who are exposing the names of people. However, I was advised, listen, don't use your platform to tear another person, even if they are doing God's work down. But some of these people are not of God's work. If you pick up some kind of energy, things feel strange. Like, whoa, I feel tired after watching this person. The Now I'm not gonna say not everybody, people don't have a bad day or whatever, but just generally speaking, whew, okay, how should I put this? Let me get a little water here. So I wanna just okay, let's just give it 100. The prophetic inside of YouTube is growing so fast, you guys. And whew, I just finished my workout, so I'm like, uh, the prophetic is growing so large inside of YouTube. And everyone just slaps something on, says the prophetic messages. And if you can look, I'm not hating on any of them. Your husband is coming today. Swift changes. I want to remind you, sometimes this can be too much. It's all right, one or two. But a lot of them repeating the exact same thing that somebody else said. If you even watched what happened during the election, that was another thing. Now, it's true in the Bible, it does say that God does not allow anything to happen without first telling what his plan is to the prophets. But let's be honest, these people are people too, and it's becoming quite confusing who is trying to lead others astray and who is not. There was one person who, as I continue to grow really strongly, and I'm dropping these names because these are gems. Isaiah Salvador is amazing. And I've been watching him a lot. And, sometimes just kind of like putting a foot into the whole idea of the prophetic and knowing, okay, well, there are different offices. And which office are some people being called to? But then there's like a time to really guard yourselves, guys. Like, I'm serious. Sometimes, okay, in the Bible it says either you're for me or you're against me. So, like, either you're for Jesus or you're not for Jesus. Jesus. And there was one time that, like, there was a lot of confusion. So Isaiah Salvador puts out different YouTube messages, and he says, hey, you guys, beware of false leaders. And so some people will say, yeah, no, I don't know, but, and the more and more he says it without actually saying people's names, if you're any bit attuned into what is going on, you're going to say, oh yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know who this person is. And then there's others who are kind of like weird about it. Like, and I don't want to say it's not a wrong thing for people to give their opinions, but in coming and being very careful about what is going on and knowing a lot of us as empathic people receive our own messages as it is. But sometimes we want to make sure that, like I shared a few times in why it's important to fast, not every voice, the first mind is the right mind, which is like God. but we know we're human, so we go through a lot of experiences. You guys hit a thumbs up if this is like true for you. You don't think of yourself so cocky as like, nope, I'm not going to do this. You're like, okay, let me make sure that I'm really doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. I'm hearing what this is this real? Let me go, let me test every spirit. And so I shared this before in a video. It's called Don't Work with Her. I, receiving my own messages and getting messages for other people, getting messages for myself, for other people, sometimes warnings, sometimes alerts, and just the whole world of the spiritual is such a huge world, right? And sometimes we don't want to be led astray. Now, going to all these YouTube channels over and over and over again and seeing what other people have, I mean, it's a sea of them. Now, just like people can be lost inside of a sea of tarot, just like people can be lost in a sea of twin flame stuff. Now, I'm not suggesting that you all go and do any of this. I mean, we've been talking mad deliverance over here. So, watching demons be cast out left and right. And this is definitely not a recommendation to any of you. I also have a video about my own experience. And so I just want to share with you that there are seas of different things. And this is something that empaths have a tendency to gravitate towards. Now, the whole sea of the prophetic is a lot. I put some names out there at first, and then it's like the more and more and more people are starting to do this, the uncovering is beginning to happen. And whew, y'all, it's real. This is just like is so, I mean, it's not fake at all. It's just like whew. When I say that, when I don't really know the enormous, so powerful. Anyway, let's keep moving on. It's like, so it can almost seem like an addiction. Oh my gosh, your husband. Oh, you're suddenly movement. Oh, beware of your enemies. And these are all things that if you do read the Bible, it's going to be in there. I mean, unless it was specifically told to you in your dreams, if it was told to you in your secret place, in the secret place, if it was told to you in like moments of when you first wake up in the morning, right when you go to bed, that silence, then okay, this is what's up. But just pay attention to the voice that tells you to do good things. And with that, that's pretty much all I want to share with you guys. I just finished my workout and I'm like, woo, going through it right now. Sometimes it's cold after running, so I have to and working out, and so when I stir up a lot of energy and I get breath of air, it just happens to be cold, so it's not a nice feeling. Okay. But yeah, so there's some prophetic people, like when they share their opinion, I have to say, like, sometimes I have been discouraged. So I would be on a 20-something day fast, and one of these people said, she was saying, look, you don't have to be praying in tongues. I mean, like in this season, you're going to have to be real quiet, middle ground. So I'm going through it, y'all. I think I have to go. Give me a moment. Sorry about this.